Yeah, here it is. Yes, it's a coin. We have a riddle here, friends. Listen, guys, I think it's something silver.
Ah, oh,
Hello, friends. Today is a great day to find something interesting in that field over there. Last time I found some old Polish silver here. Hundreds of years ago, there was a rich manor house on that hill over there. So I'm sure there will definitely be discoveries. It seems that someone has already hunted here, but that's okay, especially since he was a decent person and buried the holes he dug. And here is my first find, some old copper stuff. Maybe you know what it is? The weather is absolutely perfect. Another 20 minutes of searching and here is the next find. Very small and old looking button. Apparently this button is made of tin. Rather archaic design. Wonder why such a small button has 4 holes for threads. Who knows? Here's another old hole, and 2 meters away from it, a pleasant surprise. It was just lying on the surface, so the signal was very strong. It looks very similar to a coin. It seems to be one, and a very old one at that. Judging by its size, this is one grosz coin from the Polish-Lithuanian Commonwealth. 17th century, wow. Nice find, my friends. The first one. I decided to check this hole, which seems to be last year's, and here's what's lying next to it. The signal came from a big depth, but I was lucky to detect it. Looks like it's another Polish coin from the 7th century. This is a really old place. There is a lot of old pottery here, some glass, and here is the next find. At first glance it looks like an ordinary shell casing, but if you look closely you will find something interesting. There is some kind of monogram here, so now I'm not sure what it is. If you have any ideas, please write them in the comments. Most likely the house was over there, on top of the hill where the trees are. I'll definitely have to go there later and check it out. But now I have another discovery, and I don't know what it is yet. Wow. Wow. Something pretty heavy. Ooh, look at this, my friends. It looks like a big seal. I can even see writing on it. Oh, I see 1831. Wow, it's pretty old. This coat of arms really resembles the type used during the reign of Tsar Nicholas I. Oh, it's so old. Great find. Well, I walked across almost the entire field, which was practically a hectare, and decided to go down to the lowland closer to the river. I mean, this is reasonable because people have always settled along rivers. And just now there was a signal that wasn't very good, similar to the foil. But upon closer look, I realized that the object was much more interesting. Yeah, here it is. I hope this is a coin. Yeah, yes, it's a coin.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh, yes. Oh, how interesting. Let's clean it up nicely and see what we have here. Let's see. Oh, look at this beauty. It's a silver coin, my friends. Silver coin. I wonder what year it is. I guess I see the number 4, but... Or is this number 24? I wonder where the year is. It looks like Polish, but we need to check exactly what this beauty is. Ah, my friends. It's a real hammered coin. Yeah, I guess we can say that today's search was successful. This time the signal was quite deep and weak, but I decided to check it out, and it looks like we have another coin. It's green and old, but at least you can see the image on it, and that's good enough.
Oh.
Yes, I see an eagle here, and it looks like this coin is from the same period, meaning the 7th century. Guys, I think we need to check all the signals at this point, because it was very bad just now, but I decided to dig it up anyway, and it seems like something interesting again. Yeah. Oh, that's something very delicate. So it's better not to rub it. In short, this coin is even thinner than the previous one, but the image is visible, especially from this side. However, if it's silver, it's probably low grade. And what is it anyway? It is interesting that such tokens were not only used as a unit of account instead of money, but also as talismans during sea voyages by merchants and sailors. That's why a ship was pictured on them. That was a very strange signal just now, but I decided to dig it up anyway, because, as I said, this place turned out to be very interesting. Let's check it. Ah, it's not a coin, it's a button, but very, very old. I want to climb to the top of the hill to look for where the house used to be, but I keep coming across such interesting finds that I can't seem to get there. Oh, maybe this is a ring? Yes, it's a ring, and look, it has a rather primitive design on it. I guess it's very old. Maybe you know. I was just about to climb high up the hill when I came across something interesting again, even though the signal wasn't very good. Look, Oh, what is this? It looks pretty archaic. Wow. On this side you can see an inscription in a very ancient font. Look. Do you know what is this? It's something real ancient. I finally reached the top of the hill, where the estate was located. There are certainly a lot of signals here, because quite a lot of modern rubbish has accumulated on top of the old items. So it's quite difficult to search here, but just now there was a signal that I couldn't ignore. I thought it was aluminum, but it's not. The find is under this huge boulder. There are trees all around here, so there are a lot of roots, and it's difficult to dig. I hope. Oops! I didn't damage anything with the shovel. When I saw this, I immediately started filming. It's clearly something interesting. Wow. Damn. Listen guys, I think it's something silver. Oh my gosh, what is this? I thought it was a giant thimble, but no, it's not a thimble.
Whoa!
Friends, here is the proof, and it seems to be the master's mark. Oh, what a great find! Wow. Scratches. Ah, I see 84. So it must be from the Tsarist era. Wait. I'll clean it up a bit and show you. It looks like some kind of silver cup. Wow, it's completely intact. Not dented at all. Incredible. I cleaned it a little, but the brush couldn't handle it. The soil inside is very compacted. So I cleaned it a little with a stick. Guys, I'm just speechless. I'm just sitting here staring at this beauty. I've never found anything like this before. Perhaps this cup was once gilded, because look, there is a yellowish coating inside, but maybe I'm wrong. Strange design, no any inscriptions. But you can see on the bottom that it is definitely silver. Yes, it's silver of imperial era. Overall, friends, this is just a mega find. I wonder how much it is. I mean the volume. About 2 ounces, I guess. Is it okay to drink from this cup? But I'm driving. I can't. When I get home, I'll figure out what it is and be sure to tell you. It's just great, my friends. Cheers! By the way, you do know the channel is called Golden Hobby, right? If you enjoy this kind of videos, support the creator. Likes, comments, shares, Patreon, YouTube memberships, super thanks, whatever you prefer. Huge thanks to all channel supporters. Your help really motivates me to keep making quality content. I searched for about another half hour, but found nothing but trash. So I decided that since I had come this far, I would check out one more place nearby. But I will definitely return to this place when it is plowed again. It's a great place to search. I'm already on my new place, and what you see here is part of the old road that used to be the entrance to the village. The village itself was over there in the field, but now it's gone. Well, people must have lost something when they lived there. Let's search. As you can see, the field has been plowed, but no sown. And I've only walked a few meters and already made a discovery. The signal was clearly Soviet, and now I see something red lying there. Yeah, well, of course. I see 10 kopecks on the shield. This is the 1930s in the Soviet Union. Not bad for a change. Sometimes you need to dig for iron signals. Look, friends, what a beautiful antique axe. What's nice, that it's completely intact. The next item in the axe collection. Oh, great find. Well, it seems that we didn't move here for nothing, because look at my next find. Ho 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 ho! It's a cross, my friends. Wow, wow! This is very old cross. Look how amazing it is. The style resembles the 18th century. I haven't found any crosses in a long time, but here I got lucky. Wow, great found. Great find. Excellent. It seems I decided to compensate for the lack of Soviet coins at my previous place. Yeah, it looks like we have 1 kopek coin from 1927 here. Not very good condition, but great. Have you ever seen a triangular shovel? I wonder what it's used for. I started filming again because I found another discovery. It looks like another Soviet kopek. Yeah, shining like gold. That's not a gold. Oh, it seems someone used it as a nail cap. You can see the hole in the middle. Oh, you can't treat a coin like that. 1941. Someone dug here before and left huge holes. He probably dug up these pieces of metal. And just a meter away from this hole, there is a signal. My metal detector distinguishes targets well, although the signal wasn't very good. And here we have 3 kopecks from 1930. Well, friends, it's not often that you come across so many different and exciting finds in one trip, right? In addition, I came across several mysterious finds. I hope you can help me figure them out. For example, some say this is a shell casing. Others say it's a needle case. What do you think? Here is an old imperial Russian seal from 1831. This means it is Nicholas I, and the eagle here is still of the old design. The seal is in excellent condition, considering its age and material. The cross is also well preserved for the 18th century. I really love finds like this, but I haven't quite figured out what this find is. I think it's some kind of old tin seal, but some say it's a seal from the 14th or 15th century. Others claim that it is much older, from the 11th or 12th hundred. At first, I mistook this find for some kind of very ancient and thin coin. On one side there is an image of a ship sailing across the sea, and underneath it are some initials. There should be a portrait on the back, but it is practically invisible. It turns out that this is not a coin but a counting token, and in those days they were minted in many varieties. They were used to count goods and also as talismans and amulets to ward off misfortune during travel. This coin I initially took for Polish, but it turned out to be German, and with some special features. The number 6 in the date looks unusual here. It could be mistaken for a 0. So this may be an uncommon and rare coin, and it will definitely take its place in my collection. More than 1 billion of these Polish coins were minted, but they are rarely found in good condition. But the most interesting find is, of course, this silver cup. My followers have already told me that this is a cup for the Jewish ritual of Kiddush. Oh, how it's interesting. Today, it is almost impossible to determine who lived in that house and how they came to possess this cup. Perhaps we will never know. Well, I'm glad that I managed to find and save a part of the history of my country and its people. Thank you for watching this video and sharing with me the joy of searching and discovering.